Hey, my viewers and subscribers. This is Persia 007 coming to you with a video today. This is not the video I really wanted to do, but this is about my Twitter malfunction, which means I'm having issues all day today trying to access my Twitter account from my Android phone to the computer. I'm logged into Twitter on my two phones. It seems to be working all right, but when I try to access my accounts on the computer that I'm on right now doing this live stream, I can't seem to get on, and now I've been locked out of my account twice already because I've exceeded too many number of attempts to sign on to my account. And in case you guys ain't noticed this, uh, whether you guys use Twitter or not, I don't know, but I've been getting reports of my Twitter account being tampered with, being hacked or whatever it is. And I think I know what the reason is. I've been talking a lot about Shane Dawson. I've been talking a lot about Onision. And I'm wondering if either Shane Dawson reported my Twitter or Onision reported my Twitter. And maybe I've been shadow banned or possibly suspended. But I have never gotten an email from the Twitter support team at all saying that I committed any kind of violations of harassment, bullying, or obsessive like behavior. But uh, I just don't know what's going on. I've been wanting to go on Shane Dawson's page and put a tweet out to him today or this evening, and I just ain't going to be able to do it unless I'm on my damn phone, and you know how that is. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what I was going to tell Shane Dawson on his Twitter right now. Apparently, Shane Dawson, in my opinion, is never coming back. I've always had high hopes that I would expect to hear from Shane Dawson on his YouTube channel, at least by now. This is going on August 9th. The last activity from Shane Dawson was on June 30th of this year, and now it's August 9th. So that's been about a month and 10 days now and counting. I know Rylan has uploaded a video to his channel less than a week ago, and just did a video about that, I think, a few days ago, talking about Rylan Adams. He's trying to get people back to forgive Shane, asking people to more or less to say the past is the past, let bygones be bygones. But you know what? Shane Dawson gets what he deserves. He uploaded pedophile jokes, made racial slurs using blackface. Just because he apologized is not going to absolve him from the consequences or the repercussions that follow. And his cancellation, I think, in my opinion, is right. In my opinion, not in the way to bully this man off the internet, but I don't think he should ever come back on here. I know originally said, I'd welcome, I would welcome Shane Dawson back, and I would hope to see him back on YouTube and try to change to be a better person. But apparently that's not going to happen. Apparently he's going to run away. He's going to be a coward and hide behind the millions of dollars that he has in his checking account in that large ass mansion that he lives in with his Rylan Adams. See, this is what I hate about internet influencers like Onision, Shane Dawson, Logan Paul, Jake Paul. They have all this money, and yet they go out and make hideous mistakes, get canceled, and then they run from the online hate. They run from the bullying. They run from the backlash and criticisms that people dish out, because yeah, they can dish shitty content toward us viewers for us to consume, and possibly for underage people to be traumatized by it, to later realize that they have been groomed, and then now to find out that these online influencers have made profits off of this and made money so they can buy these luxury cars, luxury houses, live a luxury lifestyle that most of us may never get to experience in Hollywood or anywhere else. Most people out in America right now are about ready to lose their homes, and we got people like Jake Paul being raided by the FBI. We got Onision being investigated by the FBI for predatory like behavior. We got Shane Dawson being accused of being a pedophile because he asked a girl to twerk on a live stream. Did the Millie episode where he sexualizes a 12-year-old doll puppet, and then he tries to sexualize a 12-year-old child picture on a poster of Willow Smith. He still hasn't apologized for Willow Smith. He still hasn't apologized uh, for his workings with the what is it? I think it's called the Mario Brothers of the Millie. I think it's called the We Are Millie episode, wherever it was. Um, you guys can see where he points the gun at a puppet, shoots the puppet in the mouth, and they talk sexually inappropriate in the windows. And do I believe Shane Dawson groomed kids? Yes, I do. I think he has groomed his entire audience. I think I think everybody has a right to call him a pedophile because he acted like a pedophile back in the day. He is not now, but he was a pedophile back in the day. And if he does not get help, it's just going to get worse. So I am going to call Shane Dawson a non-offending pedophile to the fact that he sexualized girls back in 2010 to 2016, probably, or 18. So yes, I do accept Shane Dawson, the apology of Shane Dawson. I do accept it, and I do believe he has changed. I'd say 50%. He's not because he did not do pedophile-like jokes. He did not do any racist things. He did not do blackface anymore, and he did his. He went from doing that to being uh, doing documentary series, doing um, conspiracy videos, eating videos, uh, Halloween like content, like videos like getting buried alive, visiting a haunted cemetery, going to a haunted hotel for 24 hours. You know, he did some good content after all this craziness that we're just now finding out about him back in June. I don't think Shane Dawson is a horrible person. He did some horrible things, but I think he's a little bit unscrewed in the mind. I think he's been abused in his young days that it just carried over onto this internet platform. And but Shane Dawson, you know, needs to atone what he's done, and he can't do that by hiding behind the wall of silence, and he cannot be critical of other people that's calling him out, like he did to James Charles by in telling him that he should be served a humble pie. And you know what? Shane Dawson is being served a piece of humble pie right now, the size of the state of California right now, because of what he's done. It's not a good thing to say that, but I hope he's being humbled for a very long time. And I hope he's humbled for the rest of his life, and he never does what he's been called out ever again. I think what happened to Shane Dawson is a lesson to all of us that we don't have the right to have free reign on here. We don't have the right to be God on here. We don't have a right to tell our audience what we want them to do. Audience can choose what they want to do when they watch our content, whether it's good or bad. Uh, and YouTube needs to do a better job cracking down on these influencers and look at their past videos. If people were calling them out, there's getting enough backlash. They, but that does not justify me losing my Twitter account neither, if that's the case. And for Onision's sake, Onision blocks everybody on Twitter. He blocks everybody on Discord that he doesn't like or that gets critical of him. Onision shuts everybody out of his life as it is. and that's why he's now being called out for horrific abuse by these 6 or 7 women that have came forward on Chris Hansen's show. But I just hate these internet influencers had everything in their life handed to them. Film school, got to have their own TV shows, movies, and yet they go online and act all predatory, and now they get called out and then get canceled, and then we get nothing but silence. And Jake Paul, that's another story. I don't know much about Jake Paul, but I know he's very controversial. He's very much like an asshole. I'm afraid that Logan Paul is going to get all the brunt for this because of what Jake Paul has done or was involved with. But I think Logan Paul needs to make a statement about his brother, and because I think Logan Paul, even though he was controversial back in the day, back in 2000, I think it was 2017, 2018 during the Japan video, but he has since changed and done many good things, such as doing fights in the ring, and I think it's mixed martial arts or whatever it is he's doing now, and he's doing podcasts now called Impulse now. So I think Logan Paul has turned his life around for the better, although everything that Jake Paul does is going to bring Logan Paul down, in my opinion. So Logan Paul, Jake Paul, I never cared much for. I kind of still don't because the past controversies. But Jake Paul, I don't know much about. I know a lot of people consider him to be a prick or sociopath, whatever it may be. But Jake Paul didn't anything criminal. I hope he faces his justice that's due to him for all the craziness that he's done. I know he's in his 20s. Everybody in their 20s acts strange and stupid, does petty things, and when they get older they realize that what they've done is probably not the best interest of everybody else. But I feel now that because of these two controversies, me talking about Shane Dawson and Onision, I may not be able to access Twitter anymore on this computer. I may not even be able to access it on my phone or anything anymore. So I don't know if maybe they've got to where you can only log in on certain devices. Maybe you can only log in your account maybe on 2 devices and that's it. I don't know, because I try to access my Twitter across all platforms, PC, mobile, Kindle, whatever it may be. But I guess if I had to use it on my Kindle, I guess it's better than nothing. But I don't know. But yeah, and I also sent a very nasty rant to Twitter, telling them they need to fix the problem. I said I don't know what's going on. I told them to go F themselves, and whether that will get me suspended or banned or not. I've already had 2 suspensions under my belt on my account already, so getting a third probably is not going to be very surprising. That I told them to go F bomb themselves, and because I'm out of frustration, we'll see what happens. If I get kicked off, I'll just have to create another Twitter account and start all over again, regain all my followers back. I didn't have that many. I think I had 64 followers, and I was following 124. So yeah, I don't know. Worst comes to worst, I may take my Twitter down completely and start all over again. I hate to do that. I posted a lot of videos on there and a lot of tweets on there that I really enjoyed putting on there, and even the good or bad, I think I had a lot of good moments on Twitter. And but if I can use my account on my phone, I guess I'll just have to do that and then go from there. But I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm doing fine. Just a little, I was a little aggravated just now, but being on here doing this video, I think has calmed me down and for the better. And I was going to ask you, did you see that Onision video yet that I told you about called the truth? because I never heard anything back from you. So I just wanted to see what your feedback was on it on the video I talked about 2 or 3 streams ago. Um, I know they're talking a lot of crap about Chris Hansen still, about uh, I think another Davi Vanity victim has came forward, I think, on Edwin's channel to say she felt like she was being used by Chris Hansen. They feel like the stories are not really going anywhere. Um, I don't know. Um, I really don't know if these two investigations are even going anywhere. I hope they are. I hope there's actual investigations going on, and um, that this Chris Hansen is not pulling our legs just to get back on the TV, which I thought he was already on TV to begin with, because I think he's got a show. I think it's on Fox. I think it is that he was doing. Uh, so I don't know. I think the internet's kind of all. Oh, are you talking about that Onision video? Your daddy? I was going to ask you, do you want to try to come on here? I'll send you the link. I want to see if I can. Let's see here. Invite. I'm going to send you a link on here and see if you want to go on here. Here, okay. Let's see here. Let me go on here. Show it on here. This would be kind of cool if we can actually. It's going to be a little slow. There's the link right there if you want to come on. Be nice to meet you and see what you have to say about the stuff I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. Yeah, she was breaking down, so I agree with most comments on the video, but it's unfair to judge her on that. Yeah, but I think, we don't really know what was going on between her and Onision. I don't know if, from our point of view, but the way she sounded on the phone, it sounded like she wanted out of there. It sounded like she wanted out of there, and from um, her being on Chris Hansen and everything I've heard her say on the Have a Seat show, I think just kind of proves that Bichon was not a very good person even back then. And again, if he's got a personality disorder, I'm not going to stigmatize him for that, because that's not really any fault of his own. But it would be his fault if he doesn't take responsibility and get treatment for the personality disorder. Acknowledge that he has a problem. That is what he should be held accountable for on the mental health perspective of it. But instead, turning this problem and using it to abuse other people. Off the computer. And I also want to apologize for that video I put a couple weeks ago about I think I put "send me away" and I took the video down. I've been watching Onision's live streams the last couple of days. He did one, I think, last night where he did Mario or something, and he's talking to, I think, a couple of fans. That lasted, I think, maybe around 2 hours, but I didn't really watch it. I don't watch his gameplays too much unless, somebody reposts it on YouTube, pick apart everything he was doing during the live stream. And did you see the live stream on the Bro channel? Where he talked to, I guess, a therapist or whatever, is Onision Mentally Ill. That's the name of the live stream on the Bro channel. It's about an hour and I think 40 or 50 something minutes long. That's what it is. But I was going to go back and go through it and see what he was discussing between, I guess, his therapist or the woman that he was talking to. He claims she's a therapist, but I don't know why he would broadcast his therapy session on live to millions of people. In my opinion, a therapy session is supposed to be confidential. It's supposed to be private. None of this is supposed to get out. So, Onision, if you're watching this video, James Jackson, I don't know what you were thinking about putting your therapy session online for everybody to see, because I don't know if you know, but your online mental health counseling sessions are supposed to be private between you and the therapist only, nobody else. Now, if you want to come back and do a video and talk about your session, what you and the therapist talked about, that's up to you. But I don't know how it was okay for a therapist to allow a therapy session to be live streamed and broadcasted all over the YouTube platform on his channel for many people to come in there and to pick apart everything he was saying on there. So this is confusing to me, but if that was a therapy session, it's very entertaining, very interesting, very insightful on his feelings. And I kind of felt that he was kind of breaking down a little bit and explaining, his feelings about certain questions that were being asked and other things. But I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and get off here now. It's going on about 24 minutes. I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you all are having a good weekend and you have a safe night. Continue to wear your mask and social distance. If you're not feeling well, stay home and enjoy the rest of your life. And I hope you continue to make every day of your life the best it can be, because you never know. Okay, I don't really follow people you talk about, which, well, I probably don't have any strong opinions on these things. Oh, that's okay. I appreciate your comment. Okay. Oh, well, I guess it's not a problem if they want it to be public, but I didn't know um, between a doctor and patient if that was even allowed to even happen. But yeah, I guess it wouldn't be a problem. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna be signing off. Just be healthy out there. Wear your mask and social distance, and live every day of your life. And each day, or your day might be your last. You just treat every day, like it's could be your last, and continue to live forward, and hope for the future. If you have plans in the future, shoot for them and